Ayan yung enforced in these appearances. Enslavement. No? Enslavement. The root word here is slave. Slave. Enslave. No? Means exercise of any or powers attaching to right of ownership. So, slave kasi, parang may isang taong slave, meron ka master. And that master exercise power or right of ownership. Power or right of ownership. Kaya nga yan yung enslavement eh. Yan yung enslavement. Bawal yan, no? Bawal under new law na yung pag-igawin mong slave yung isang tao. Bawal yun under the law. No? That is enslavement. Pero tingnan nyo, Filipino domestic worker are not slave. Because, saan ba to? This is in Kuwait. In Kuwait kasi, ang mga Pilipino doon, domestic helper sa Kuwait, they are considered slave. Slave sila. Kaya there was a time na sabi ni President Duterte, wag muna tayo magpadala ng domestic helper sa Kuwait. Kasi hindi protected yung mga domestic helper doon sa Kuwait. Bakit? They are considered slave doon. Bakit? Ang nag-sponsor kasi sa kanila, yung amo nila sa Kuwait, pwede kang ibenta sa ibang employer o na ibang kilala nila. Pwede kang pasahan doon. Okay? So, that's a form of human trafficking nga eh. So, bawal. That is enslavement. Enslavement ang tawag dyan. Ginagawa kang slave, no? Binebenta ka. That's power touching the right of ownership. That is enslavement. Kaya, ito kailangan to eh. Ito ay social media influencer. Ayaw niyang kumuha ng Pilipino na kasambahay kasi daw magdidemand ng 1 day off every week. Day off. Ayaw niya bigyan ng day off. Ayaw niyang ibigay yung passport. Gusto niya siya yung may hawak ng passport. So, ano sabi niya? I don't want a Filipino maid anymore. Ayaw na ng Filipino maid. Kaya sabi ng mga migrant national, we demand public apology na. Now, extermination means international infliction of conditions like inter alia, deprivation of access to food and medicine, going to bring about destruction of part of population. So, kaya lang yan, no? When you exterminate, gusto mo exterminate yung lugar na yun, destruction of part of the population. Okay? Paano gagawin? You deprive the access of food and medicine. So, for example lang, what if gusto natin yung lahat ng mga taga-secure ay mawawala na, wala nang taga-secure. So, para mamatay lahat ng nasa secure island, i-deprive ng access ng food at medicine hanggang mamatay sila doon. Yan yung extermination, no? Deprivation of access to food and medicine. Actually, marami ito sa Africa. May mga liblib nila sa Africa na being blockade, no? Binablock. Para walang food na makapunta doon. Walang access sa food and medicine hanggang mamatay na yung grupo na yun. Then you have also forced pregnancy. No? Forced pregnancy means unlawful confinement of woman. No? So, yung mga babae dito, hinuhuli to forcibly made pregnant with intent to affect the ethnic composition. So, for example, gusto mong mawala na yung Badjao tribe o Mangyan tribe, kunin mo lahat ng mga babae doon. At i-crossbreed mo. Crossbreed. Forced pregnancy. Pabuntisan ng ibang lahi para unti-unting mawala na yung lahi ng mga Badjao. This is only an example. No? That's forced pregnancy. And that is violation of international humanitarian law. Oh, that's crimes against humanity. That's crimes against humanity. Then you have horsey combat. Sino itong horsey combat? Means the power of those party, no? Yung sumuko na. Has clearly expressed intention to surrender nung sumuko na, so nag-surrender na. And has been rendered unconscious, or otherwise incapacitated by wound. So, again, yung mga taong may wound or may tama or sickness, may sakit, and incapable of defending himself, ang tawag doon mga hors de combat. Yung may tama, sumurrender, may sakit, no? Unconscious. Again, they are protected person, hindi pwedeng patayin kasi they are hors de combat. Okay, tanan nyo. Please advocates press for release of 3 NPA hors de combat. So, NPA hors de combat, ang ibig sabihin ng hors de combat? Ito yung may sakit, may wound, okay, unconscious, and cannot defend himself, no? So, ito yun, sina Vanessa de los Reyes, Jason Casilum, and Ariel Haducana. So, yan yung example ng hors de combat, no? May tama. Then you have the non-dependent locality. What do you mean by non-dependent locality? That fulfills the following condition. All combatants, as well as mobile weapons and mobile military equipment must have been evacuated. So, wala nang combatants, wala nang military equipment, okay? Walang weapons, no hostile use of fixed or military installation. So, ang ibig sabihin ng non-defended locality, ito yung lugar na walang presence ng military. Yan lang yun. Walang presence ng military, walang hostile group or enemy. Okay? So, open, non-defended locality yun. So, anong ibig sabihin? That is protected. Hindi mo pwedeng atakin ng isang barangay at saka sunugin mo yung barangay na yun. No? Hindi pwede. That's non-defended locality. Okay? Unless kung may presence ng armed group there or may presence ng military na non-defended locality niya yan. So, actually, we use this non-defended locality during World War II. No? We declare, or MacArthur, no? Declare Manila as open city. What do you mean by open city? Kasi ganito yun. Yung when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, and by the way, during the time we are under America pa, when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, alam na ni MacArthur na ang susunod na atakin ang Manila, ang Pilipinas, because malapit tayo sa Japan. Okay? And magkalaban during World War II, yung Axis power, Italy, Germany, at saka Japan versus US, France, Russia, okay? Yung kasama nila doon natin. Okay? So, yan yung Axis power versus Allied power. And it happens na we belong to Allied power kasi Amerika tayo that time. So, inatake ng Japan yung Pearl Harbor. Alam na ni MacArthur na sunod atake ng Manila. So, pinull out niya lahat ng military presence, equipments, weapons sa Manila. Nilagay niya sa corridor. Para ang Manila ay maging open city. And once it is open city, ang ibig sabihin nun, it is non-defended locality. Non-defended locality. Anong purpose? Para hindi na yan atakein ng Japanese. Okay? Kasi walang military presence dyan. So, hindi na atakein ng Japanese yan. Dapat, no? Pero, you know what? Japanese that time was very brutal. Kahit na declared na open city, nako, binakbakan pa rin nila. No? Again, ang purpose ng pag-declare na open city is to avoid destruction. Ayaw masira yung city, sayang daw. Pero binakbakan pa rin na, no, ng Japan yan, no? Yan yung ibig sabihin ng non-dependent locality. Now, when you say no quarter will be given, anong ibig sabihin no quarter will be given? Means refusing to spare the life of anybody. Walang ititirang buhay. Gusto ko lahat patay. Yan yung no quarter will be given. Walang ikukulong. No quarter will be given. Walang ikukulong. Lahat. Kita nyo, patayin nyo. Even a person manifestly unable to defend themselves. No? Kahit na yung taong mahirap hindi na makadefend sa kanyang sarili kasi may tama, no? Or may sakit. Or yung nag-surrender na, patayin nyo. That is no quarter will be given. Okay? Now, ito yung kaso ng 4 na pulis nag-conduct ng surveillance sa Negros Oriental. Na-burn out yung operation nila. Nahuli sila. Kaya, tinalian, kinuha yung firearms, at saka pinatay. Nagalit si Duterte din. Duterte raised bounty of killers of Negros up to 3 million. Di ba yan 3 million? Anong gusto niya? Bring me the head. Gusto niya yung ulo. Bring me the head. Gusto niya ng patay. Ang tawanan nun is no quarter will be given. Ito din. Irked by Sorsogon attack, Duterte orders shoot to kill. Yan, shoot to kill na yan. That is also equivalent to no quarter will be given. Of all NPA rebels, no quarter will be given. But I tell you, this is violation of international law. There's no such thing as shoot to kill order. Kaya lang ganun. So, that is his expression only, no? So, no, that's which means no quarter will be given. It's violation of international crimes against humanity. That's crimes against humanity, no? Then yung perfidy. Perfidy means invite a confidence of adversary to lead him to believe that he is entitled to or is obliged to accord protection under rules of international humanitarian law. Anong perfidy? There is intent to betray. The confidence, including, okay. Simple natin yung perfidy. Actually, yung perfidy ay, ano yan, you invite someone to confidence. Parang paglilin lang to, intent to betray to eh. Okay? panloloko to. Kasi binibitray mo yung confidence na binigay. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Okay, ganito. Feigning with intent to negotiate under flag of truce. Okay? Feigning means magkunwari. Magkunwari kang makipag-negotiate under flag of truce. Nung na-relax na yung kabilang kampo, inatake mo. Or feigning to surrender. Okay? Nagkunwari kang mag-surrender, nung nag-relax yung kabilang kampo, inatake mo ulit. Okay? Actually, sa movie na Hacksaw Ridge, may gano'n, no? Yung mga Japanese, sumuko. Pero ano pala yun? Mga suicide bomber pala yung sumuko. So, yun yung feigning to surrender. That is perfidy actually. Okay? Yung feigning to incapacitated by wounds or sickness, na kunwaring may sakit o may tama. Feigning civilian, na kunwaring civilian or non-combatant status, that is perfidy. Okay? Or feigning protective status by use of signs o gamit yung signs, emblems, uniforms ng United Nations, yung neutral sign like Red Cross or state not party to the conflict. So, bawal yun. O, tingnan nyo. Yan. Ito yung sign ng protective emblem or slogan, di ba? Kasi pag may ganitong sign, hindi mo dapat atakihin yan. Protected yan under the law. Pero anong ginawa nila? Umatake pa rin. That is perfidy. Okay? They invite confidence with intent to betray. Okay? So, yan yung perfidy. Now, if you need to surrender, what if itong plan ito mag-surrender na? Pero nung mag-relax na sila, umatake na naman ito. So, that is also perfidy. Okay, perfidy yan. Yung feigning to surrender or feigning to negotiate under flag of truce. No? Then you have the extrajudicial killings or extralegal killings. No? And this is Administrative Order number 35. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng extralegal killings or extrajudicial killings? Meron ba tayong law dyan? Actually, wala tayong law. But what we have is AO, Administrative Order number 35. At ang gumawa nito si Dilima, no? Administrative Order. Now, ano ang ibig sabihin ng extra-legal killing at saka extrajudicial killing? Refers to killing when the victim, ang victim dito para makasira siyang AJK, is affiliated or member affiliated with organization to include political group, environmental, agrarian, labor, or similar causes. So, pinatay mo isang tao kasi member siya ng political group. Okay? That's AJK. Environmental group, that's AJK. Agrarian Reform Program, advocate siya, that's AJK. Labor group siya, okay? That's AJK. Or, you kill a person because he is a media practitioner, that is AJK. But of course, if you kill a person because he is a drug lord, drug pusher, and it is a legitimate police encounter, that is not AJK. Hindi siya AJK kasi nga, hindi siya included. Being a pusher is not included there. Political, environmental, agrarian, labor, similar causes, or media practitioner. Okay? Now, eto. Sa dalawang picture na yan, sa tingin nyo, saan dyan ang AJK? Ito, lalaking pinatay dahil siya ay pusher siya, or itong Palawan environmentalist and broadcaster shot dead. Okay? Alam niyo kung sinong binaril dito? Si Doc Jerry Ortega. Sino ang suspect dito? Yung governor at sa congressman ng Palawan. Okay? Kasi very vocal si Dr. Jerry Ortega dun eh. Because he is an environmentalist. A broadcaster. He was shot dead. Now, alin dyan ang AJK? Well, under Administrative Order 25, itong environmentalist sa broadcaster, pag pinatay mo yan, then that is AJK. Pero hindi yung pusher. Okay? So, let's go to question and answer. At this point, we'll try to answer some questions as an application to the topic that I have discussed. Okay, let's start with number 1. Protected person in armed conflict means refers to the following. The exception. So, ang tanong ito, protected person, ang sumusunod ay protected person except sino dyan ang hindi protected person? Is it A, a person wounded, sick, shipwrecked, whether civilian or military? B, a civilian or a person not taking direct part of the hostility? C, prisoner of war, a person deprived of liberty for reason in armed conflict. D, person who was considered stateless person or refugee. So, alin dyan ang hindi protected person? Well, ang tamang sagot dito ay a person who was considered a stateless person or refugee basta hindi siya directly part ng kulang kasi ito may kulang to kailangan nakalagay dyan stateless person siya or refugee siya and he is not directly part of the hostility kasi may mga stateless person or refugee na part ng hostility, no? So that would be considered best answer ng letter D. Number 2, which of the following is not considered as genocide? Alin dyan hindi considered genocide? Killing the members of Chinese community in Dumaguete City. B, causing serious bodily harm to homosexual in Saudi Arabia. C, imposing measures to prevent births of Badjao group. D, Holocaust or mass killing of Jews in Germany. So, of course, ang tanong dyan, alin dyan ang hindi genocide, not genocide? So, that will be letter B. Bakit letter B? Ito. Killing members of Chinese community in Dumaguete City. That's genocide because it's Chinese. Nationality yan, nationality. Okay? Ito si imposing measures to births of Badjao group. Badjao. That is ethnic minority. Ethnicity. Okay? Holocaust or mass killing of Jews in Germany. Jews is religion. So, sir, how about causing serious bodily harm on homosexual? Again, homosexuality, LGBTQA is not considered genocide. It is hate crime. Hate crime yan. But that is not genocide. Hindi yan genocide. Okay? Let's go to number 3. It means forced displacement of person concerned by expulsion. So, there's forced displacement. There is expulsion or other coercive acts from area which they are lawfully present without grounds of permitted under domestic or international law. Is it A, extermination? B, arbitrary deportation? C, persecution? D, displacement of population? So, the keyword is forced displacement or expulsion, then that is arbitrary deportation. Okay, kasi ito, you deny access to food and medicine yan eh. Okay, that deny access to food and medicine. Itong persecution and displacement, wala yan under RA 9851, wala yan. 4, it means acts which invite confidence, okay, invite confidence of an adversary to lead him to believe she is entitled to oblige a court with intent to betray. So, invite confidence with intent to betray, like feigning intent to negotiate or under flag of truce, makipag-negotiate under flag of truce, feigning to surrender, mag-honoring mag-surrender, at saka mag-honoring protective status use of signs, emblems, and uniforms. So, is it letter A, extermination? B, apartheid? C, perfidy? D, non-defended locality? So, this is, of course, perfidy. Mag-kunwari. Feigning. Feigning is mag-kunwari. 5. It means inhuman acts committed in the context of institutionalized regime of systematic oppression or domination by one racial group or groups and committed with intent of maintaining that regime. So actually, you're going to look at the question. It is institutionalized regime or it's the regime of a state. It is systematic oppression and domination by one racial group. Okay? With intent to maintain that regime. Gusto lang ma-maintain yung regime na yun. Walang ibang kukuha nun. Is it letter A, apartheid? B, attack directed against any civilian? C, perfidy? D, military necessity? So, of course, this is perfidy. Okay? Domination by one racial group. Remember the Hutu and Tutsi. Hutu, Tutsi in Rwanda. So, that is apartheid. Kasi ayaw ng Hutu na madominan sila ng Tutsi. 6. Horse combat. As defined in RA 9851 means person who except. So, ang tanong dito, sino dyan ang hindi horse combat? Okay? Sino dyan hindi horse combat? Exception, tinatanong eh. Is it letter A, is in the power adverse party? B, has clear express intention to surrender. Yung nahuli na, no? Presence of war na to eh. C. Feigning civilian o non-combatant. Nagkunwaring civilian o non-combatant status has been rendered unconscious or incapacitated by wounds or sickness. So, alin dyan ang hindi hors de combat? Of course, yung answer is yung letter C. Feigning civilian o non-combatant. Magkunwaring civilian or non-combatant, anong tawag dyan? Per PD yan. That's per PD. Okay? And it's the power of adverse party. Yes, hors de combat yan. Yung nag-surrender na, hors de combat na yan. Unconscious or incapacitated by wounds, that is also hors de combat. 7. It's an act of killing with the intent to destroy in whole or part in a national, an ethnic, a racial, religious, social, and other similar stable permanent group. So is it A. Mass murder, B. Hate crime, C. Multiple murder, D. Genocide. So very obvious na. Kasi with intent to destroy, ito yung keyword yun, intent to destroy a nationality, an ethnicity, a racial group, religious group, and social other similar group. So that is genocide. No? Intent to destroy. 8. Which the following is not considered as extrajudicial killings? Alin dyan hindi extrajudicial killing? A. Deliberate killing of Pedro, who is a media practitioner by state agent. B. Deliberate killing of Peter, who is environmentalist by a police officer. C. Deliberate killing of John, who is a member of rebel group by a military officer. D. Deliberate killing of Juan, who is drug pusher during a legitimate police operation. Ang tanong dyan, alin dyan ang hindi AJK? Alin dyan ang hindi extrajudicial killing? Of course, very obvious yung letter D. Okay? Kasi cover ng extrajudicial killing ang media, cover yan. Ang environmentalist, cover yan. Yung rebel group, political group kasi ito eh. Political group yan. Cover yan. Pero hindi cover ng extrajudicial killing ang drug pusher. Drug pusher is not included in extrajudicial killings. 9. Kapaeng is a well-known commander of rebel group. The group of Kapaeng launched a massive attack against construction company for failure to give revolutionary attacks. They burned equipment and killed innocent civilians. Later, Kapaeng was arrested. As police officer tasked to draft a complaint, what charge are you going to file? Okay, so si Kapaeng nag-conduct na massive attack, sinunog yung equipment, pumatay ng civilian, anong kaso niya? Is it A. Rebellion, B. Subversion, C. Terrorism, D. Violation of international humanitarian law? The best answer here is violation of international humanitarian law because there is civilian involved. May civilian na atake, pinatay. Okay? Although it could be rebellion, but the best answer kasi may civilian, then that's violation of international humanitarian law, 9851. Okay? That would be 9851. 10. General Verdugo ordered his men to attack an NPA camp and to kill everyone. In his own words, don't spare the life of anybody, even a person manifestly unable to defend themselves or clearly express the intention to surrender, kill all of them. The order of General Verdugo is considered as, anong tawag dyan? No? Kill all of them. Patayin mo lahat, walang ititirang buhay. Anong tawag natin yan? Is it A. Extermination, B. Massacre, C. Genocide, D. No quarter will be given. And this is, of course, no quarter will be given. Okay? No quarter will be given. So, I guess that's the last portion of my discussion on crimes, international humanitarian law and crimes against humanity.